prices on all grocery items. Trust low-cost supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high-quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low-cost supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Cunupia.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest variety, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare. Ronix.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers here on IBN Channel 8. Of course, we're coming to you live from the studios of IBM, which is located at 61 Bamboo Main Road, Bamboo number 2. Let me just welcome Tile Expression Limited. And tonight, I am moving like lightning because tonight I have a million things to do. Today, I am tired. Moody, I missed out today, but I spent most of the day today down by the land today. You was there this morning? You didn't see me up there? Oh, I came a little after lunch. around lunchtime. Anyway, a pleasure being in your company, and of course, it's Bluebeard himself. And remember, Tile Expression is where you get all your tiles, no matter what design, no matter what type, and all the extras that go with it. Plus, for those of you who are looking for something different, the SPL tiles they have, in fact, I've used them, and I am quite impressed. Must say, the quality is exceptional. All right, so let's start the ball rolling, and let's run through our slides. This gentleman here, all remember Faisal Qurban, right? Faisal Qurban, he's the father of Michael Qurban. And there's a reason I'm showing you this right now, right? There's a reason I'm showing you this. Come back to me, guys. What happened is that the CMO received the order of Trinidad and Tobago, right? Now, I want to make this abundantly clear. You see people who do their jobs, you already get recognized through your salary, through the perks that you get. As the CMO of Trinidad and Tobago, there are benefits to that. And that goes with your job. Doing your job, you don't have to get a medal for. And I want to make that abundantly clear. Now, in Trinidad and Tobago, and guys, I know you will know which slide it is. In Trinidad and Tobago, they actually had to set up a committee to investigate the number of deaths that we have. All you remember that? There were deaths, 5 deaths, 6 deaths, 7 deaths a day. And everybody was wondering, well, what the hell is going on? All you're saying that the vaccine would help. And when people realized that the people who were getting the vaccine were also passing out in large numbers, they say, but something is wrong. And the people who were in charge, every day we would get statistics, for example, telling us that X amount is vaxxed, X amount is unvaxxed. And we realized, but wait now. When we talk to our families and our friends who we know in the hospital, we are getting a different story from what is being portrayed via slides through the Ministry of Health. So we realized that something was inherently wrong, that somebody was lying. And through this whole COVID scenario, the Ministry of Health was one of the biggest liars that we had. The biggest liars. Remdesivir, that was the drug, the killer drug, was brought into Trinidad to save lives, and that was considered a killer drug worldwide, and we were giving people that drug. Now, we have people getting blood clots. And not only that, recently the Minister of Health said that there were only a few cases of consequences that occurred due to vaccination. Negative consequences. Severe consequences. I want to know if this man living in Mars. So the CMO received his order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and I am concerned that someone whose father was stuck down in a pipe decided that he now, let me tell you something. I don't think we could understand what it takes to actually go down into a pipe, you know. People who are claustrophobic like me, and I'm sure most of us who went through an MRI machine, you ever went through an MRI? MRI? An MRI machine is an enclosed machine in most cases. These people claim that they have a machine that has reduced claustrophobia. Believe me, it's just as bad. I have been in an MRI machine maybe about 2 or 3 times in my life, maybe about 4. And when you go into that thing, and partner here happening, you're looking down and you're seeing nothing, you're looking up, and you're surrounded by this big thing, you feel enclosed, your breathing starts to increase. And there are many people, some people cannot even go in an elevator. Some people cannot even go in a plane. I remember we were by Alescon Concrete. We went to talk to Kimi from Alescon Concrete. And when we went there, my Range Rover have, you could actually lock the doors from the outside and you cannot open it from the inside. No matter how much you try, you cannot open the door from the inside. And I did that. And I was upstairs talking to the owner of Alescon. And one of the workers come running upstairs. Come down fast, come down fast. One is that, he said, unlock the door, unlock the door. He said, somebody popping up the glass and unlock the door. To only see somebody that I know, right? A friend who was in the car, breathing hard, became claustrophobic. And I was amazed at that. So here it is. You have a man, a young man, whose father, and by the way, let me tell you something. If that were my father down there, I would be doing the same. Whether it is I have claustrophobia or what, I go on. Because that is my father. And I am the type of child, I am not like them Nimakaram children that it have these days. I am the type of child who will go down there to save my father's life. And if it means that I lose my life while trying, well, let me tell you something. That is the man that helped give birth to me, and that is the man that sacrificed to me. So the least I could do is sacrifice to help him. Unfortunately, 99% of the children these days don't think like that. Don't think like that. One is that the father going down a pipe. Well, I go tell you, boy, where's Shyam Funeral Home number again? Let me get a one-time, boy, and it's on speed dial, right? And they start to fight for land already. So I am concerned, and I am sickened to the fact that when you look at this whole order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, it was given to the CMO who was doing his job. Whether it is you feel he did a good job or not, to me, the CMO started good, and then he started to sound like a PNM party group. And I just started to ignore him. But a man that almost sacrificed his life to save the lives of others, he was bypassed. Michael Kurban was pushed aside. He was discarded. And this is how we treat real heroes in this country. The next thing you're going to see is that maybe, God only knows, the CMO may get a job under the PNM. You could never tell. We have seen it before, and we might see it again. You can never tell. Let's go again to the other slide, guys. A one-time transport grant of $1,000 in order to alleviate the effect of fuel price increases to be offered to the most vulnerable in our society in 2023. This will comprise of all recipients of social grants, namely recipients of public assistance, disability, food support, and senior citizens pension. Now let me tell you something. For the first three, public assistance, no, the first one and the second one and the third one, food support, that squarely, come back to me, that squarely lies in the hands of the PNM supporters. If you were to look at who are the recipients of food cards, you would see that the large percentage are PNM supporters. So this thing that they bring out in the budget there, the only reason for that is, you know what? To continue to feed their supporters, because they must find a way, because things going bad, because here what happening now. Many of them can't afford to put gas in their car, but I gotta tell you, that is how we like it, correct? So when you see these things coming up, it's only to benefit a few people in society. It's not to benefit the masses. How is that benefiting you? How is it benefiting you? Why it is they have to get a grant for? Why it is we can't say here what happening? Reduce transport. But you see, in Trinidad, we do like what Patrick Manning did. You're paying your rent, but here what happening? We got to fix all a little roof for you. Remember, Beatam? You're paying no rent, many of you, but we got to fix all the roof. Millions of dollars spent because we reward our supporters. That is how it runs. Let me just welcome Gate Automation Company Limited. Pull it back a little bit, guys. Let me just thank our good friends of Malicious Auto Parts for all European auto parts. BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Volvo, you name it, original and replacement. Give them a call, 222-4078 and 646-4036. Or you can call them on 680-0734. Right? Yeah, we'll play that immediately after. Welcome Gate Automation Company Limited, for all your gate automating needs. Remember, give them a call. They are located right there in McBean, Vancouver, and they carry this brand called Runner and Tow, top brands worldwide, and of course, they carry everything, including parts for what they sell. So give them a buzz. All right, so now, you know what is interesting? We live in a country where gas going up. Now, I have no problems with that, because here what happening. In Sean Ishmael work hard, I could afford to maintain the vehicles I drive in, because at the end of the day, God has blessed me. And if God decides to take that back, been there, done that, willing to do it. So here what happening now. I want to understand what Paula Gopiskun really saying when she said this. Play that video, guys.
If it is that you wish to buy a gas guzzler, then you pay the price. In other words, we are all called upon to make the right choices as well in terms of the kinds of the vehicles, the use of the of vehicular transport as well. I think we all have to look at it. I can tell you, even though I drive a reasonable, expensive car when it comes to the cost of fuel, I am very, very, very careful
What's a reasonable, expensive car?
in how I do my business to ensure that I
Where's a reasonable, expensive car? A reasonable, expensive? Is either it expensive or it reasonable? Eh? You can't go in BMW and say, I'd like to get a reasonable BMW. They run your tail out. You understand? Even if you're going Toyota now, they run your tail out because everything by Toyota expensive. Suzuki, expensive, especially parts. So here what happening now. Paula Gopiskun, right? Paula Gopiskun, you are a recipient of tax exemptions. So all the money that you save on buying your vehicle, I don't know what type of vehicle you have. If it's a BMW, you may have saved maybe 30, 40, 50,000. Depends on if it's a 3 Series. But if it's a Range Rover, you would have saved hundreds of thousands. If it's a Mercedes-Benz high-end vehicle, hundreds of thousands. Now, let us say, for example, you're like me. I spend maybe about $3,000 to $4,000 in gas every month. That's for my family, about $3,000 to $4,000, because we drive vehicles that are gas guzzlers and diesel guzzlers. And plus, we are on the road every day. So we spend between $3,000 to $4,000 every month on fuel. Now, here what happening now. Hear this clearly. If I were to put that into a real scenario, right? Let's say for the year, that's $36,000 I am spending for the year in fuel. While Paula Gopiskun saved $300,000 to $400,000, we are just saying, we are just using an example. If it's a high-end vehicle, she would have saved $300,000. So the money that she's spending in gas means little or nothing, because the amount of money she saved in exemption, she could put 10 times as much gas as me. And you know, when you hear these people talk, you just get vexed. Your blood pressure is raised. You just start to jump up and down like Tarzan, because you know why? You just wonder if what these people saying, if they really understand what they're saying, boy. All you just get perks. All you just get driver. All you just get everything. We paying for that. My tax dollars paying for that. And all you still want to know why we just be vexed. Mitsubishi Electric, your #1 place for air-conditioned units, 10-year warranty. And when we speak of 10-year warranty, we are talking about parts and labor. All right, so give them a call. The number is on the screen. Plus, don't forget inverter units. Let's go to the other slide, guys. You see, hold that right there. This is why, hold that right there. Don't move that. And I want you to zoom in the number plate big, and let us get it underneath of that vehicle. You see, in this country, we have something called TTPS. And TTPS believes, some of them believe that they are above the law. This is sad. This should not be happening. And this is ridiculous, because what example are you setting by doing this dotishness? I ask you, and I ask you again. Let's come come back to me. All right, let's go to the other slide, guys. Well, come back to me. No, come back to me. Hold on. I want to show that afterwards. We're going with the slides that I sent, all the other slides pertaining to the topics. That is, you'll see it have a numbered sequence it is supposed to go into. We are not going with the numbered sequence right now. There's a numbered sequence, BB 2891, 2892, 2893. We're going all over the place. So could we go back to the other slides, please? Right. Good. This is the Newsday. And the Newsday was in the court. And by the way, brand new court, boy. Brand spanking new court. And I must say, anyway, I'm going to talk about that afterwards. I won against the state yesterday. And I would like to congratulate, come back to me, guys, then we'll come back to this. I would like to personally congratulate my attorneys. Richard Jagisa, brilliant young man. Brilliant young man. I would like to thank my good friend, Nigel Trancuso. Brilliant old man. Brilliant old man. Right? Them two fellas, well, Richard wasn't there. He was out of the jurisdiction. But Nigel handled it well. I would like to thank Nigel, of course. Fantastic. I would like to thank the courtesies of the people in the court too as well. Many of you may not know, but Tower D, which is where they have the Hyatt, etc., in one of those buildings there in Tower D, the courts, there are some courts upstairs there, and I must say, well done. Well done to whoever thought about that. But what I think is that, anyway, the matters that they're probably doing, may not be matters of criminal charges and all that, so therefore it may not pose a problem for, you know, the judges and who up there, because my only concern was that there should be some security there at all times to safeguard the judges, because remember, these judges put their life at risk. Remember, these judges, they work for less than the politicians, and they do 100 times more. So I am here actually saying that they should be paid more. And not only that, we tend to close our eyes to how much they put at risk and how much their families put at risk. So therefore, to all the judges who are outside there, to all the magistrates who do what you do, you know, I commend you. May God continue to bless you and keep you safe. Because really and truly, when I listen to Justice Ricky Rahim, these fellas and them have a whole different level of intelligence, you know, Brett. A whole different level, you know. When I say, I'm talking about, I don't know where this man, and let me just run you through this case. This was the case where the police, Hodge, Soka, and the rest of them caused me to get locked up and caused me to go to jail for about 10 hours. Right? And I went to jail, and I take my jail, and I come back over to the state. That was when the Guardian had an article, you know, a nasty article, and the Guardian apologized and all that. But what happened is that I don't think the Guardian might print this thing about my winning that case because it involved there, right? So I want you to see the video, right? This is, you know, you can kill the audio, guys. I just want to show the video with the amount of police. I want to remind you, right? This is the amount, pause, right? This was the amount of police that came. And I was not, and this was, by the way, before mosque. And everything was arranged after mosque. But they wouldn't do that in Beetham. They wouldn't do that in Laventille. They wouldn't do that in Maloney because they will get their ass kicked. They will get butu. They will get blows. They will get cuff. They will get lick up because the people in Laventille, Beetham, and those areas will not tolerate that sort of dotishness. I, on the other hand, I am not a violent person. I don't promote violence. But this is the type of presence that you have and the type of dotishness that goes on under the police service. And that is why I'm suing their tail every opportunity I get. And through the courts, I am winning left, right, and center. In fact, Imbert should have had a special presentation for expenditure for cases that I am winning. I'm surprised he didn't mention that. So let us go back to this case now. The case was called at 9:30 a.m. It started around 1:45. I gave evidence. Davindra Partap, who you could see was also in a mental state. He gave evidence and was visibly shaken, right? And when we gave evidence, it was around, I would say around close to 11:30, I finished running. But for me, when I was questioned, it's like I sit down and I relax, I almost fold my leg, because the question that the representative from the Attorney General's office, she was basically reading my statement, and the judge had to tell her, well, excuse me, what are you doing, y'all? You understand? So, not in that, I mean, exactly, I'm not quoting verbatim here. But really and truly, it was not difficult for me because I didn't have to lie. Imagine the police said in their witness statement that we were never jailed. Imagine that. The police in their witness statement said we were never jailed. That thing that we stayed in with the bars and the toilet with concrete and the guardian paper on the ground and with the feces all over, that was in our imagination. And boy, let me tell you something. I rested on the AG's representative. And the Newsday quoted how I gave a very vivid description of a place that I never went. You understand? I a CR man now. I have special powers. Right? So let's go to that actual article by the Newsday. Ishmael, which is I, was initially charged with leading a protest, and the two others were protesting without a permit. The charge against Ishmael was amended during the prosecution in the magistrate's court to participating in a protest. So they changed it. They say I was leading the protest. Then imagine they used 3 state prosecutors to come after me. For Dolce and them, they didn't use so much. For criminals, for drug lords, they don't use 3 state prosecutors. They use one, and then they use another one, and they use a third, and they were trying to change to get a 4th, and the 4th one say they're not in this setup thing. A very decent woman, right? Whom I know, who say no, she's not going to get involved in that. Of course, I can't call her name. But let's go back to that slide again, guys. After appearing in court 23 times and spending $39,000 in legal fees, on May 10, 2018, they were found not guilty of the incident which took place on July 25, 2016. And we were found innocent by Magistrate Bali, a brilliant woman, another magistrate who should be commended. In fact, I believe there are 2 magistrates in this country who should be in a position of attaining, becoming a judge. And those 2 persons are Bali, Wendy Dugdeen Bali, and Rajendra Machan. Those are the 2 I firmly believe, because quite frankly, you don't have people who care as much for the justice system and for what is right. From what I have seen, my personal experience with the 2 of them, I commend the both of them. Right? This guy, Frank Sipasad, is also a brilliant man. I commend him. And to show you off here, I lost a case with Frank. And you think, well, I'm going to talk to the man because I lost a case? No, I admire him because he's another one of the brilliant judges outside there. All right, so let me just pull back to the other slide, guys. Let me just thank our good friends, Automax. Right? Remember Automax, importers, wholesalers, manufacturers of automotive products. Radiator coolant, you should not be using pipe water, especially Wassa water, in your radiator. You will kill your vehicle. You will rust everything. If Wassa water could rust PVC, it could rust anything. Right? So here what to do. Yeah, I ain't joking, you know. All you want to put water like this in all your vehicle, take a look. Take a look. Give it that full screen, guys. Okay, right. Look at that. Right? You put that in your car. But mind you, your muffler starting to burn brown. You understand? That is madness. That is absolute madness. Look at that now, man. That video was sent to me. I think it's in Grandi or somewhere, but no thanks. So remember, make sure and get Automax. Let's go again, guys. Right. Also testifying were 3, now here they say, were 3 of the officers involved in the arrest. Sergeant Larry David said, now here they say, he could not say if anyone had permission to be at the Guardian building, also admitting he received certain instructions from an inspector. It come out in court. It come out in court that he, imagine, come back to me, imagine Sergeant Larry David pull up with the police bus. 22 of them in that bus, the GB, fully armed. They wouldn't go down Laventille like that because it's blows in the backside. They wouldn't go down Beaton like that because it's blows in the backside. But for we, because the Muslims is terrorists, according to some police, a lot of police, they hate Muslim too bad, right? But here what happening, anytime they come in after Muslim, they will hear my mouth. Anytime they come in after Christian, they will hear my mouth. Every time they come in after Hindu, Baptist, Baha'i, atheist, they will hear my mouth. Because right is right. So let us go back to this whole thing now. So 22 people in a bus. They don't know what they're there for. They don't know what legal and what illegal. They just arrive, get a phone call, take Ishmael, and grab whoever. And they ended up taking that fella who was in it. They part up. Man jump over PTSC bus. Now come over PTSC bus and walk in and they grab him. Imagine that. You could imagine that. That is mad people thing. Real mad people thing. All right, so let's go again to that slide. He claimed the men left the group at the Guardian building and started showing placards to the drivers on the southbound lane of the highway before they were arrested. Rahim said he did not believe this evidence. But let me tell you something. You know what is the most amazing thing about this whole case with the Attorney General and with the TTPS and this whole matter that went through? Let me tell you what is amazing. When I finished give evidence, like I said, around before 12, one of the officers started and we took a break. I think it was 12:30 until around 1:15. And we started back about 1:30 or there so. The other two officers came. And in fact, no, the judge, Ricky Rahim, decided that, he had to go on another matter. And he spent about 10 minutes at 2:30 and came back. And we wrapped up around maybe 3:30, 20 to 4. He looked at his staff and he said, I hope my staff will indulge me. But I am just taking a 15-minute break and I'll come back with my decision. For me, that was shocking. Because something as serious like this with malicious prosecution, unlawful arrest, unlawful detention and all them kind of thing, it normally takes a month or two for another judge to come up with a decision. Right? And within 15 minutes, what amazed me about this judge called Ricky Rahim is that this man, after hearing this case, sat down there, looked at us, and verbally stated all the facts. Every single one. And when he started to say, here what happening, so on, this and that and that and that, well, here what happening, we realized, boy, we win everything. Everything. Across the board. And this may sound funny, and I do this out of no disrespect for the judge, but during that trial, a few times, I actually looked at the judge, and I remember the movie, the Golden Circle, Kingsman. Watch the judge on the left. Watch the judge on the left, right? That's Justice Ricky Rahim. And that is Harry from the Kingsman, the Golden Circle. And this Harry, right? The way he operates, refining, I tell myself, I say, boy, Harry come to mind. But anyway, if I get in any trouble for that, I apologize. But it is not my intention. But basically, that is what seriously happened. 2-3 times I tell you, I watching this man operate, and that is what come to my mind. Probably just because I just plain stupid. Anyway, let me just welcome RPM Express. And of course, RPM Express Couriers is the #1 courier in Trinidad and Tobago for all your importation out of Miami and environs. If you could get it to Miami, they could bring it to Trinidad and Tobago. It does not matter how small or large. It does not matter the type of packaging. They will find a way to bring it down for you. Give them a call, 224-4RPM. And remember, excellent service is just the beginning at RPM. You could also check them out on RPMExpressCouriers.com. FOIA.com. And remember, to sign up is absolutely free. All right, so let's go again, guys. Oh, yes, let's start that. Come, zoom into that day, guys. Let me get big so people could see. Here is an email from my attorney, the young, brilliant Richard Jagisa, on September the 23rd. Pre-action protocol letter. Mr. Inshan Ishmael versus the Commissioner of Police. Leave for judicial review. Failure and refusal, neglect to comply with Section 15 of the FOIA. Good day, sir. Please see attached pre-action protocol letter on behalf of my client, Mr. Inshan Ishmael. Kindly confirm receipt of this email and its attachment. Thank you. So I have sent a pre-action protocol letter to the Commissioner of Police. Let's go again, guys. And here is the actual body of the letter. And of course, Richard works with Fortis Chambers now. And you know, Fortis Chambers, one of the, I think the lead attorney from Fortis Chambers is Jagdev Singh. And Jagdev Singh grew up in Bamboo number 2. Right? And if things had worked out, Jagdev would have been my nephew-in-law. I'll leave that right because he could get in trouble. Anyway, I ain't saying, hey, Jagdev. Sorry, yeah? Right, good. We leave that right there. Right. So anyway, let's pull back that again. Right. So this is the pre-action protocol letter that was sent out to Commissioner Jacobs. And in the body, right, of course, that's the address, pre-action protocol letter, right? I write to you on behalf of Inshan Ishmael hereinafter my client, relative to the caption matter. I am instructed to bring an action for judicial review against the Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, whose head office is situated at Police Administration Building, Edward blah blah, in Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, for its failure to render a decision to my client's request to information under the Freedom of Information Act. Basically, what I asked, come back to me, guys. Thank you very much. Well done, guys. Basically, what I asked for, I wanted a breakdown. The police owe me, everybody know that is public knowledge. And what happens is that they still owe me, and we have been unable to open our garage because we don't have the money to open our back to do what we need to do. In the meantime, other garages are running like normal. I want to know how much money they're being paid. If new garages were brought on board, how much new garages? And we have not received anything or any letter to tell us otherwise. So right now we are just waiting. And for the last 2 years, we have not earned an income, which we should have, because the fact is that at the end of the day, there is something called the law of natural justice. So here what's happening. We go in right now for the jugular, where this is concerned, because here what's happening. You see the TTPS? Time to break down every limb in terms of what is taking place here and the nonsense. Imagine we sending to get Freedom of Information Act requests and they ignoring it. And by law, you're supposed to respond in 30 days? Nah, something wrong with all you. Something seriously wrong with all you. Let's go to the other slide, guys. Imagine in Trinidad and Tobago, $4.50 for a liter of kerosene. And diesel is $4.41. So it's more expensive to light your flambeau or your kerosene lantern than it is to put fuel in your Ford Ranger, in your Toyota Hilux, or in your Navara. How the hell is kerosene $4.50 a liter, boy? Somebody explain that to me. Moody, you is a man that does know the how. Could you explain to me?
Well, they must don't make money with pictures and other reasons, whatever, just that they will make up for these.
Yeah, but who uses picture? Not the poor? Who uses picture oil? That's what I'm saying. Very few people use picture. Jawad, you use picture oil for anything? No. Not really. Patos? No. This is what I'm saying. You will buy picture oil if you have to clean out something. You know, if you use a little oil paint and you use a little picture oil and but people rarely use picture oil. But what I should have I had done something with Ryan, the sealant man, down at Baraka Grounds. What happened is that we got this plate to put in the steamroller, and it got wet, and rain was falling, so the thing wouldn't dry. So I tell him, I say, why we don't just throw some gas on top of the plate and light it? He said, well, that is a good idea. We got gas, unleaded gas, put it there, You know what is the hardest thing? You know, normally when you put gas, it's going to go boom. That gas light like diesel. And the gas continued lighting on the metal. And it was shocking to me because I know that gas is supposed to evaporate faster. Gas is highly volatile. So the fact is that something is wrong with this gas that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. Something is definitely wrong. Because quite frankly, when you look at doing something like that and all of a sudden, problems. I don't know, maybe it is, I'll show it on here and you will see. But of course, we already painted that thing. But I'll do a video and I'll show you. All right, so let me just welcome Extra Care. And remember, my friends, if you have loved ones, you need to protect them. And remember, Extra Care is a product, a high-quality product that you're getting at a low competitive price. Take advantage. Available at pharmacies, mini-marts, and supermarkets nationwide. Let's go to our slides again, guys. Good. The Ministry of Public Utilities will provide, remember we were talking about this before? Right? This will form part of the Social Sector Investment Program for 2023, targeting low income. Now, I dealt with this before, and I had said that this is another way of feeding the faithful, but come back to me, right? All you know that the RIC will make a decision on WASA rate increases next month. Yeah. We don't get water. In Baraka Grounds, we had to pay for water almost 2 weeks. Almost every 2 weeks it's water. Look the other day, guys, did I send you the video with us having to give people bottled water to wash your hands in the toilet? Right? Right? Imagine I had to use bottled water for people to go into the toilet. We had to, in other words, we paying people to go in the toilet. But you see, I said it on a post. You see, in this country, and you'll be shocked to hear what I'm about to tell you. Today, I decided to go down to the pool while I was doing some cleaning up and putting the shower heads on in, because I don't know if somebody stole the shower head or what. And while trying to take out one of the shower head, I realized that something like napkin behind the shower head. And I pull it down. You know what it was? A sanitary napkin. Somebody took out a sanitary napkin with a nasty self, with a stink and dirty self, and decided to put it on top by the shower head. And it looking, when I tell you, it looking like it happened not too long ago. Well, boy, I sprayed on that whole place with Clorox. I bathed with thinners, all kind of thing. And I want to say something, huh? When I go to the, you know what has really shocked me? If I go, and all of we are big people, we go to the toilet. We go to number 1 and we go to number 2. If you do not number 2, use something special. Right? You want to be something special. And when you go to the toilet, and you use a toilet, one of the things that you do is to make sure that you leave nothing behind. Toilet paper and otherwise. Because for me, as a human being, I would feel ashamed if I go to come out and the next person going in and you see some fry plantain floating. I go feel bad. I go feel shame. Or if I pee up all on the seat, I go feel shame. But in this country, we have a set of nasty people. It have men who looking like, I don't know what's wrong with them. Like their hand will be trembling all the time. Them don't know where is left and right, and them will be missing a whole bowl. Some of you, like all never see toilet paper in all their lives, so all they decide to pull out a whole roll. And it is sad that a public place, when all go to use a bathroom, for God's sake, all stop being so stinking nasty now. Most of us have toilets now. Would we do the same thing in our home? If I go to, look today, one of the workers came in with his boots, walk all back. I call him, I say, come. Where is that? He said, when he come in there, he saw that. I said, big man, I just come out today. And I was washing my hand. You went in. I ain't had time to even dry my hand. What is that? You use the sink inside, wash hand, and you go and watch what you do. He go and get him up and start to clean it up. But you see, our mentality is that it have people to do that. So we leave it. And that is how nasty we are. That is how stink and disgusting we are. And shameless we are. And I think, really and truly, as big people, because no little children doing this, it's big people. And another thing, you know what is the sad thing? I'm just giving you a few experiences. Today when I also went to the pool, people will walk on the sand. And you will tell them, don't walk on the pool deck. And they will go with their shoes and slippers. Big, hard-head people. And all this. Moody, if you see sand I took out of that pool today, it was almost a barrow of sand when we were doing the vacuuming. And I was shocked. And, you know, I decided that here what's happening. We have camera systems around the pool area. We're going to monitor the use of the pool area now and then. We're not spying on anybody. The cameras were put there only for safety reasons. And what happens is that anybody who stink that nasty and dirty, here what happening? All they getting banned for life. All they getting banned for life. I have always been taught by my family, my parents, if you go somewhere and you find it clean, leave it cleaner than you found it. Don't leave it stinker than you found it. That is something we have to learn in this country. I spoke about the people who dump in garbage out by bamboo number 2. I noticed it have a few more garbage bags. So when you think it have 1 or 2 people that's stupid, he looking like he have an extended family. It's 8:42 already. So they're telling me my mouth running for 42 minutes now non-stop. Way boy. That's a real dread boy. And it aims at a hot mess yet, eh? Let's go to the other slide. I'll take a break in a while. Now, forget that one. Forget that one. Let me move on to, you have any more there? Let me know. Okay. Now, check, let me see this. Run that video for me. Ready? Go. These are some guns that they're about to destroy. Right? And look at the kind of weapons they find. And by the way, this is not even 1% of what they have. And watch. They have to show this man how to use, and he looking like a waka man from CPEP. Right? Watch what going on there. Watch, let me see what's going on. I want to see. The man don't even know how to use a grinder. Oh my God. I feeling shame for he boy. And you want to talk to the grassroots and about the grassroots, boy? How much sparks you getting there, boy? Wait, hold on. There's what you link at time, this what I tell you. And all you feel, and all you come back to me, boy, I can't watch this. I really can't watch this. You know, and this is what I tell you. This is the man claiming to be from the grassroots, and you ain't know how to use a chop saw breads. You making joke. Come now, man. Chop saw is ground man thing, you know what I mean? If you don't know how to use a chop saw, well, boy, you have problems. You have problems. I really feel sorry for you. Right? You need to get something to boost your system. You see that chia seed, right? From our good friends Rita, you need to get up by the case and you need to start drinking about 2 a day. And that should be able to energize you. So at least you can get a little jhur. A little jhur. Jhur. A little jhur. Energy. Right? You know, to do something, to make a difference. Because really and truly, it's looking like you under pressure. All right? So what we're going to do is that we are going to take a break. Of course, you are watching Breaking Barriers right here on IBN Channel 8. We will come back after this break.
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare.
Ronix. At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest varieties, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
And welcome back, my friends. Of course, let us welcome Rands. And of course, Rands is where you get excellent quality, top-of-the-line products, lowest prices, widest range. And of course, if it's rice you're looking for, Rands is the person who you contact. Remember, it's Rands Trading. And they carry some of the best tasting sardine. Some of the best tasting sardine is cut. I gotta introduce you to that sardine. You know, one of the things we never really, by the way, is Moody and Jawad and Caliph and Patos are talking to here. One is that we never try sardine and bread, boy. Long time. Sardine, no, onion, plenty onion. You know who like that? My brother Ashmead. And by the way, you know, what boy? Hey, you know, I had to do this. I had to do this just now. Wait. I'm sending you something, Saifa. I'm sending you something here just now. Just give me a minute. Just bear with me, folks, while I do this because it's something that I wanted to do. But one boy, I lost the thing, boy. I lost the thing, yes. All right, here we go. Right. Oh, I go on and lost the thing, yes. Right, I lost it. Ugh, I was looking for something, but I ended up losing it. Anyway, I'll get it back. But right, Saif, I'm sending you something there, right? Good. Hey, let me just say a special thank you to my brother Nazim and Moody and Salisha and Marilyn and Patos and Sherry and Jawad and Mrs. Jawad, Rosella, it's called she, everything but Rosella. Right, I get it correct tonight? Right, so thank you so much, folks, because let me tell you something we have been doing. You know, I've always said that the Baraka grounds, because we give back so much to everybody, if we get 10 men with weed waka on one day, because some mess occurred on the savannah, we have to try and repair the whole savannah, and I need 10 volunteers with a waka for one day. 10 waka men for one day, right? Just for one day. So 10 waka men are willing, you know what I mean? I will supply all with lunch and right? Volunteers. You know, somebody told me that the people who use kerosene a lot is the fishermen. They use it in their engines. But not only that, a lot of people use kerosene to mix with their diesel as well. But it makes no sense now. It makes absolutely no sense. Anyway, let me see that slide, guys. I just want to, oh, no, we'll show that afterwards. Don't worry about that. What we're going to do is that I want to open up the phone lines now because I want to hear your thoughts on the budget and what you like, what you dislike about the budget. For me, the best part about our budget was one Imbert shut up. That was the best part. And for the TTMA to be commending the minister for that budget, I don't know. Trisha, you need to talk to your father. You really need to talk to your father, Trisha, because really and truly, there was very little to commend about that budget. Because quite frankly, when you look at what is taking place and what has been taking place, I'll go tell you. Anyway, the finals for the CPL is when? Friday? Friday? Who and who? When is the semi-finals being played? Not tonight? Final for Majawa. You is the CPL man. All right, let's go to our lines. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Ishmael.
Good evening, sir.
So, it have no part of our budget dealing with the Procurement Act. It have no part of our budget dealing with petrol.
Nope.
And it have nobody in the media to ask the finance minister that any question while you're on this story you're on right now.
No, well, the thing is that, remember, they don't take questions, you know. They just take questions from a chosen few. Fellas like me, anytime I play, I go in there, or I try to get into a press conference, they go kick me out. Because as soon as I ask one question, the Prime Minister will tell me to kiss he. You know what?
Mr. Ishmael, I on WhatsApp here and I send a lot of information.
Consider done. Appreciated.
Okay,
Thank you so much, my friend. Let me just welcome Ronix to this segment. And next week, Saturday, mark that day, next week, Saturday, it's 10% plus cost. So Ronix on everything, over 300 different tools, 10% above cost next week at Bamboo. We'll give you more information next week. All right, so let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Inchan, good night.
Good night.
Inchan, there's so much thoughts about this budget, Inchan. Now, here, sir, I want to make this real clear, sir. What about, first thing, what about foreign exchange? Is it that local businessmen going to get foreign exchange out to run their business, or still going to buy black market? That's my question, right?
Right.
Now, everything I noticed in this budget went up, Inchan. Every single thing, except minimum wage. So how do they expect the people on the ground to survive now with everything rising and their salaries stagnant, same place? How are people going to survive in this country? What they're supposed to do is also go there and rob people?
No, No, Ankola, let me tell you something. One of the things that I have done in my lifetime is I have never paid anyone minimum wage. Now, I don't even know what minimum wage looks like. And then in most cases, staff that I interview, if I ask them, about their starting salary, and I realize it's a ridiculous thing, I just tell them straight, don't go telling people that's what you're working for. They will take advantage of you. So what happens is that in Trinidad and Tobago, I agree with you. But remember, there are people who are accustomed taking advantage of people. If you are a Venezuelan or a Trinidadian, I will pay you the same thing. I'm not going to pay you less because you're a Venezuelan. But what I have started to do, and this is not discrimination, I need to look after my own. The other day, we were hiring masons and laborers, and I made it clear, the majority of people I want working on that project are Trinidadians. I need to look after my people first. Go ahead, Kola.
Right. Now, we're saying it's true, but the reality of it is that plenty people still working for minimum wage in this country and still struggling, right? Now, the last thing I want to touch on here, right, is that, and you know this for a fact, Trinidadians just cause their own problems in this country. Let me tell you why I say that, right? Because everybody who complaining now about the budget, bashing the current government and whatever, no, I don't know PNM, I don't know US. Yeah, I that person for the right thing just like you, right?
Right.
No. Everybody that's bashing government for this budget, right? you know it's the same people when they have a party and selling a ticket for $1,000 will go and buy a ticket for $1,000 to go in a party like stink and dirty and go there and drink the Hennessy with big gold chain, Jordans in their foot, and they come and they complain they can't buy flour, they can't buy rice, they can't buy this, they can't put gas in the car.
Factual.
No, tell me if I'm talking rubbish.
No, what you have said there is fact. There are people who have come to me to beg for hamper, and when you look in their hand, is an iPhone 13. You understand? Priorities all screwed up.
People that mismanage your own money, and let me tell you something, have people that will be on social media just looking at these things and sending information to the government. That's why the government doing people what they want. People would never stand up for themselves, stand up for the right thing. You know how to go there and protest in China. All you have to do is just stop buying gas for a week, you know.
No, but the thing is that, but you see, people would not support something unless the person who is leading is credible.
True.
And you have to understand that. This is why there have been no big protests in the country, you know. Because people, they are not getting behind someone. I mean, I could tell you, because it has happened to me in the past, if I pull a protest, it's going to be huge. Because the fact is that I have a heavy amount of people who know that I am credible. They know that if they give me $1, they're going to get $2 worth. And that is something that I've been doing for 30 years. But how many people can you say is the same?
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway,
but I think right now, I think
we have to take it there. We have to take it there. I have to go to the next caller because, you know, I give you an extra minute there. Right? Remember when you call in, turn down the volume on your television, please. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Good night. Go ahead, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Here, TTMA, these people have to be really agree with the budget because they are being heavily subsidized, right? And they get the biggest set of foreign exchange. Whereas the small man, the small businessman, they don't get no foreign exchange. You go to the bank and the small foreign businessman getting $100 US. Imagine that, right? They cut off the gas subsidy. Who benefited? The poor man ain't benefiting from nothing like that because nothing is going across the board for the poor man. So you see why TTMA have to agree with the budget because they are being highly, highly subsidized.
No, well, I don't know if it's highly subsidized. I know they get benefits. I know they are, what is that, with the TTMA, the Manufacturers Association, the government, you know, give them tax breaks on this and relief on import duties on certain things. You know, so they have things nice. Let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, good evening. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Incham.
Yes, go ahead.
Right, how are you doing? I wanted to pledge a certain amount of money towards a protest. Towards like if the garbage men and they stay away for a week and pay their salaries.
Well, what is going to happen is two things. One, if the garbage men stay away for 2 weeks, what is going to happen is they may lose their jobs because of the amount of extra staff they are. And then remember, garbage men, it's unskilled labor. So therefore, in that case, it may be easy to replace them because you have 100 Venezuelans just waiting to get a job. And to feed your family, you don't mind. There's nothing wrong, by the way, with picking up garbage because we need garbage men. Right? Oh, yeah. Let's run through one or two of those slides. Right, Kelly. Right. Let's just run through the one or two slides we have, guys, and then we'll go to the caller. Oh, yeah. 12 deaths in 5 days, but awards to the CMO. Yeah. 584 right now, look. Right? That's the boy. Right? Roshan Parashram, you should not have taken that. And right? Because our barbecue sales have increased significantly between the last 2-3 weeks, I am looking for one person to add to my team. If you are not a hard worker and if you do not have transport, it's going to be difficult, right? Because what happens is that being in front of a barbecue area is not an easy thing. Even though we have the vent to pull the heat, it's still, you know, it's still it's not an easy job. So if anyone is interested, could you put that back up, guys? The grip. Call me on 684. WhatsApp me. No calls, please. 684-4762. All right, WhatsApp me. Thanks a lot, guys. All right, let's go back. One more thing before we start back taking calls. Yeah, run that vid, guys. This is just part of what we have done so far with our project. And as I've said before, this project is moving with speed. If I show you the video from today, you would see that most of those walls are completed now. And what is happening is that I've said it before, that the reason I dreamt of this project about maybe 10, 15 years ago, and it is something that I wanted to do, and this is not something that an individual does. This is something that massive mega corporations do. And for me to tell myself, we're going to do this, and to accomplish this far with the help, first off, I thank God for that. And then secondly, with the help of a lot of people, including yourself, we have reached a significant part. We are now almost completed with the ground floor in terms of the 6-inch blockwork. That's the perimeter walls. The 4-inch blockwork is starting, God willing, in about a week's time. And what we need is your support, because salary ranges about 20,000 plus every week. That's just for laborers and masons. Plus, we need 7 loads of blocks by next week. And we need cement to go with that. We got the sand donated 100%. Plus, we need gravel. For those of you who would like to assist us in this project, and this should be everybody, because let me tell you something. We have all been to a doctor. We have all been to a private nursing home. And we know the cost. What we plan to do is every month give back free surgeries. It will be a paid facility, but it's going to be more people-friendly. You understand? Which you don't get, especially in healthcare these days. All right, so for those of you who would like to assist us in this project, you could WhatsApp me, 684-4762. And remember, for members of the Muslim community, this is Sadaqatul Jariyah, which goes on to benefit you even after you die. All right, so, and I would like to thank all those people who are assisting us as present, the corporate and private sponsors. Thank you so much. Let's go to our lines again. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
I'm calling to talk about the budget, and the Prime Minister had this conference after, and he was saying to us, the nation, and he was telling us that we could park our vehicles at home and we can carpool, or we can take sick care people. But how is it, right? You as a young person, you work all your life and you travel and bus, you get a deal, you have a job with a partner, and you finally get your vehicle. When you get your vehicle, now he's telling you pack it up and go and travel with us. There's like a backward trend. You started off traveling and bus come, hop in a drop to get your own vehicle, and now he's telling you pack it up home and go and take the bus.
Well,
and then he's talking about saying he's saving taxpayers this dollars and he's saving taxpayers. He's jamming us the people who are the taxpayers to save taxpayers dollars. Who is the taxpayers? Who is these taxpayers he's talking about when he's jamming us the people who are the taxpayers?
Correct, 100%.
And he's taxing us the taxpayers to save taxpayers dollars. That don't make no damn sense.
No, you're absolutely right. And the Prime Minister is damn fast and out of place. Why he don't tell his wife and his children and his goat to go and take public transport? You see, this is the voice of a megalomaniac, you know. This is how a megalomaniac operates, you know. They operate just like that. This is the way they move. Oh, by the way, I should do this. When I entered Tower D, security guards immediately confronted me. And I would like to apologize. They told me that I need to have the program a little longer, and unfortunately I can't. All I get worried there. No, they told me, they say, boss, you need to have... I met everybody there were fans of the program in Tower D. All the best to the security guards, including the one that escorted me. I arrived there 9:30, and let me say something one time. I did something I should not have done. I was not getting a parking spot, and I temporarily took up a post as an officer of the Integrity Commission at the Hyatt car park, because that was one of the only ones available, right? But making it public. So if I have to pay $5 and they're gonna owe, no problem. Let's go to our lines. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, hello?
Yes, go ahead, you're live.
Right, and Inshan, I want to raise an issue that I think
Sure.
this was raised some years before with regards to increasing the gas price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is the role of National Petroleum? Listen to this. Heritage Petroleum imports fuel. It comes in at a port in Pointe-à-Pied.
Right.
They store it in Pointe-à-Pied. Then they sell it to National Petroleum and they ship it to Port of Spain. Then Port of Spain, NP will sell it and they put it in trucks and carry it back to Pointe-à-Pied and everywhere else. Do we really need National Petroleum? Why can't Heritage Petroleum sell the fuel directly from Pointe-à-Pied to the service station? NP is an unnecessary middleman that caused the price of the fuel to go up, and the taxpayer must pay to keep NP going.
Could
NP
I ask
is
you?
an unnecessary middleman.
Could I ask you a question? I mean, I'm speaking from a position of being uneducated in the field. Why it is we cannot import fuel from Venezuela direct? Do we have a pipeline? Can't we? And there was supposed to be some dragon deal or whatever you call it with Venezuela, because Venezuela gas is cents, pennies. And I don't think it'll cost 10 times as much to bring it here.
Well, you know the answer to that. The
Yeah,
U.S.
well-
sanction, the U.S. have sanctions on Venezuela, so you can't buy from Venezuela.
No, but we do it under the water. I can't say under the table.
And the dragon gas field never materialized.
But didn't the U.S. recently, when Russia started this whole thing with Ukraine, didn't the U.S. send representatives to bargain with Venezuela so that, you know, they could continue to receive a supply when this whole thing had started? I don't know if you remember that.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember. But the point I'm saying is that NP is an unnecessary middleman and is a burden and a parasite to the taxpayer.
But it is a benefit. It is a benefit to people who need jobs, and the government have friends, and they have partners to give contracts. So NP must stay there.
So, but I mean, NP should have been closed when they closed on the petrotrain. Heritage could absorb some of their workers, and the rest could take VSEP and so on. But they are a burden to the taxpayers. But you know, Roger wouldn't support this because he will lose membership.
No, but what you have said there makes absolute sense, because NP is not only the middleman, they are more than the middleman. Or get rid of Heritage and let NP handle everything.
Exactly.
You understand? So, caller, what you're saying there makes absolute sense. Absolute sense. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's go again, guys. Hello?
Inshallah, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
The judge name is not Ricky Rahim, eh? I said the judge name is not Ricky Rahim.
What is
Ricky
his name?
Rahim.
What is his name?
Ricky Rahim. I know you're more custom with the word Rahim, but
Yes.
he's not Rahim. He's Rahim.
Right. How did I spell that? Guys, the photo with Justice.
R-H-I-M.
No, I just want to make sure I spelled it correct. Could I? Oh, yes, I spelled it correct. Right. But let me
When you
ask.
started to talk about pre-action protocol letter just now.
No, wait. Before you go on.
Yeah.
Is it just me alone, or you find them two fellas resemble?
Well, you've seen some similarities between the both of them, you know. Well, they hold the same kind of position, so...
Yes,
the
go ahead.
glass is similar.
Yeah.
The hairstyle kind of way similar.
Anyway, go ahead.
The whole demeanor, it appears to be similar.
Well, look where you go now. Go ahead.
What are the more things I want to talk about? When you talk about the pre-action protocol letter just now, I thought you was going to send a pre-action protocol letter to the Commissioner of Police to fill it up on Smith.
No, actually, hold on. Let me tell you something. There are two more pre-action protocol letters the commissioner is getting. My attorney...
Right.
My attorney...
I only hope you don't forget.
No. My attorney has drafted that letter. I have seen the letter. What happens is that
bated breath.
a letter is going to the DPP, and one went to these people and them. The, what you call them again? I'll pull it up now. Hear what happening. You feel a joke? I'll pull it up. Keep talking. I'll pull it up.
All right. Richards. You're familiar with him? I didn't say Sir Vivian Richards. I have a reason for not saying Sir Vivian Richards.
Why?
All right. I don't know if you saw the clip. He was conferred with the Order of the CARICOM community in Guyana some weeks ago. You aware of that?
No, I didn't know that.
That is the highest award that the Caribbean community could give. And he made mention in his speech, they wasn't showing the crowd, so I don't know who clapped, but people were clapping, that he represented people that look like him. Well, I feel real slighted and sidelined because that man I had looked upon with respect, but he didn't represent me. He represented people all over the world who look like him. That's his words, eh?
That is what he said?
That is his words. Now, I want to remind him, he had a love affair with an Indian actress who doesn't look like him, and he have a daughter who doesn't look like him.
Well, guys, I have no proof of that, so I go, where you going with this?
You just pull up Vivian Richards and you will see the Order of the Caribbean Community award that he got in Guyana a few weeks ago.
But he should feel shame, right?
Yeah, but I ain't hear nobody say nothing about that. I ain't hear nobody say nothing about that at all. Now, it had two ads running on TV, one behind the next, mainly during news time. A Republic Bank ad, it tells me two things. One, it tells me that decent, successful men of African descent are brought up by their grandmothers and not by the parents. That's what it tells me, eh? And the second thing it tells me is that decent, successful men of African descent, most likely, more than likely, will not take a wife
who is African?
A woman of African descent. That's why I see it.
No,
and then right after being welcome with advertisement, and it tells me another story. It don't have no men of Eastern descent in this country. It have all kind of other people. It have no men of East Indian descent in this country.
No, but
thank you so much.
Hold on. You there? Hold on.
Yeah?
Saif, hold on. Saif, I just sent something to you. Put it up on the screen for me, please, Saif. Right? I hear happening. I want you to just watch what is about to appear on your screen in approximately 10-15 seconds. I now sent it to Saif there, so he's going to upload it. But what happens is that this is in reference to what you had spoken about when you called at the beginning. Remember? Right. Go ahead, Said. Put it up. Right? Zoom into that for me, please. Right? From Richard Jagisa. Are you seeing both DPP and the PCA have acknowledged receipt of my intention?
But I want to stop there.
Go on. No, well, what is that? I cannot show you the letter and the contents of the letter right now.
All right.
But what is that? But I want you to watch something.
I don't want this matter to die.
No. But there you are seeing. Go down, guys. Go down. Let me see who acknowledged it. Go down. Right? The Police Complaints Authority and their representative acknowledge receipt. And what is that? Remember, I wouldn't write the Police Complaints Authority for anything else except that right now.
All right, okay.
So that done.
I just glad you have it done.
No. That going, and not only that, I got a message stating that certain people are being threatened, and I will leave that right there. Right? But we'll talk about that. All right,
it raises another question here now. They say it is left up to the DPP to come to a decision who to charge and what to charge them for, right? If you are a police officer and you favor somebody or a political party and you have 10 pages of evidence and you produce 5 for the DPP, what conclusion he's going to come to?
Well, like I said, I don't want to draw any conclusions where the DPP is concerned. Because at the end of the day...
No, I'm not holding the DPP.
No, but you understand. I don't even want to even imply to go down that road.
No. If you as a police officer, you have 10 pages of evidence against somebody, but you only produce 5 to the DPP, what position you putting him in?
No, what is that? Basically, he will throw that matter.
Right, because you have withheld the evidence. So the people who are withholding the evidence against certain people in this country is the police.
Right, but not only that. In a certain matter, I heard that a big boy in the police service went to the academy with one of the same persons that you and I know. You're laughing?
Let's call them batch.
I'll even that right there.
Let's call them batch. They're as close as brothers.
In the same batch, correct.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Let's go again. Boy, now that's fact. We'll take 2 last callers. I'll misbehaving tonight. Hello?
Hey, how are you going?
Not too bad.
Right, what happened? I was in a Bray, right? And I get my vehicle shoot up and thing. What do you think it is? A policeman's son do it.
Is a policeman's son?
Policeman's son? The inspector's son, big police vehicle, a policeman and his son shoot up my vehicle. Cost me over $100 to fix my vehicle.
You see, this is what I said last week, and I'll say it again.
But the police was going to lock him up too, you know. That's what the police did. They put him inside.
But nobody was injured, right?
Well, if you see, when the police passed by me, right, he come around me, but they sat 3 years after him, he banged up my vehicle, kind of thing, and bullet passed in the fire center, and he only got saved me.
Boy. All right, thank you very much, God. Sorry to hear that, boy. What is that? You know, all right, we're holding calls here. Right now, I just want to say 2 things, and then I will use my last slide. I have reached a position where we used to say a long time, you wait for the tree to bend and then you try to straighten it. I have seen too much in this country to believe that there is any parent left who will put their head on a block for their child now. I have seen too much. There was a time when parents could have put their head on a block for their children. Nowadays, you do that, your head gets chopped off. And the sad reality is that children these days do not give a damn about consequences. They do not care if their father is an imam. They do not care if their mother is a school teacher. They do not care. They live in their own little world and everything is about them. And they don't care if they go on TikTok and do crap. They don't care if they go on Facebook and do crap, because everything is about becoming popular. Everything is about views, how much views I get. Right? I mean, my daughter, I forget the word. Oh, my daughter has called me an influencer. She said, Dad, but you as an influencer. She said, you put up a video and in 5 minutes time you get 10,000 views. I say, and? I say, what does that have to do with it? And she said, well, no, you could sell anything. You important. I say, no. I said, let me explain something to you. I have about 120-something thousand followers on the 3 different pages that I have. And it means literally nothing except the fact that I could reach those people when we have good things to do or things to get done. We need to raise funds for a child. It could happen like that. The hospital that we are doing, I could reach out to you and tell you here happening $5 and something for a block. Put some money, because at the end of the day, you do one surgery and it'll cost you 10,000 times that. Become part of something. And most people do not understand. The other day, yesterday, I received a call, day before I received a call from the granddaughter of a friend. And she told me, my friend actually, who passed away, his daughter called me and told me that my friend's sister died as well. A young girl named Shaliza. And I remember 3 months ago, when I had met Shaliza, I saw this young girl, she was in her 40s, coming out of the vehicle and looking frail. I say, everything okay? She started to cry and she hugged me and started to cry. She said, Inchan, my heart is operating at 20-something% now. And I looked at her and tears flowing all over me. And I mean, my wife was right there, and I said to myself at that point in time as well, like I always say, people don't understand the purpose we are here. We are on a piece of dirt spinning somewhere in the universe. And you think you're important? You think you're big? You think 120,000 followers? The Queen, as powerful as she is, she did not even need a passport. to go to certain countries all over the world. Diplomatic immunity, they could do what the hell they want. The Queen could commit a crime and cannot be accountable. Where is she now? Royal dust, royal dirt, royal nothing. When she entered countries, they would bow to her feet. Where is she? All the royalty, all the Range Rover, all the Mercedes-Benz, all the armed guards, all the palace, everything is gone. And I want to show you tonight a photo. It's a photo that maybe, don't show it as that, guys. It's a photo that may be a bit uncomfortable for some people. But I want to show this photo because I want to show people how. Because somebody called me today and I decided to show this photo. Their mother died, and they had to pay the funeral home $18,000 for the funeral. I said, well, how come it's so expensive? They say, well, they had to buy a casket. What you buying a casket for? What you paying $12,000, $15,000, $50,000 for a casket for, and when it go down there, it's just a rotten. To impress who? I want to show you how Muslims bury. This is how we bury, right? This is it. Sometimes we go down, they put a little plywood box to make it look good. But this is how we bury. And how we bury is cotton cloth. And that is a human inside here. Right? Cotton cloth because it is the fastest thing to rotten. This could be you or I. Come back to me, guys. This could be you or I tonight, tomorrow morning, next week. So if all you feel all important, all you're not that important. To Rowley, that would be you one day. To Kamala, that would be you one day. Maybe not in a hole, but on a pyre, with fire engulfing every organ that you have. That would be you one day. So all of the politicians right now who ride in the backs of the poor in this country, to the idiots who telling you to try to reduce your gas consumption while we paying for their gas, I say go to hell. I say go to hell. Because the fact is that we have continued to suffer for too long. Look, the other day, I had to change $30-something thousand in parts on my son's vehicle. My son has a sports car. In the last 2 years, I have spent nearly $50,000 in parts for my Range Rover. And all you're telling me that what I must do with my money and where I should go and where I shouldn't go, go to hell. Go to hell. All you do work for my money. My money, mining all your politicians who just talk. And some all you set up big crooks outside there. All you just talk. I ain't talking about nobody specific there, but at the end of the day, today I saw documents. And I vex. I saw documents, 2 of the biggest crooked contractors under Kamala. And who get in contracts now are also the 2 biggest recipients when it comes to certain self-help projects and contracts with documents, meaning that people taking their documents and going to them. So besides millions in contracts, they are now getting millions through their hardwares as well. Why? Every single ministry, one contractor have his hand in every single ministry. And the P&M with Big Mouth Rowley was talking about he don't want to hear about them fellas and them. Those are the same fellas benefiting right now. Tobago, the tarmac, they have to do some work there. You know how much the tarmac is going to cost now? $200 million. $200 million, that budgeted. While all you're suffering like dogs. Why we cannot even fix roads in this country. But you know what? It's good. Because all of you sit down on their backsides and are too comfortable or they like it so. All of you like it so. All of you just talk. I take 45 minutes to reach from Bamboo to Port of Spain. I reach from my court case 9:30 on the dot. 9:30. And I say not me and that again. All of you, thousands and hundreds of thousands of you, traveling from Port of Spain to Penal every day. Every single day. And all you cannot even come out and say nothing. All you will just take the traffic and jump to the left. I want to show you a video of Singapore and a man with a vision. A man, I want you to listen to this, and this could be us. But because we don't have a problem having an ass for a leader, right? Having an idiot for a leader, having fools at the top and in the middle, we are the problem. We are the problem. We are the problem in this country. We like to talk. We like to go on Facebook. Nah, boy, Rowley is this, Rowley is that, Kamala is this, Kamala is that. When it's time to speak up, we will support those same two failures. Because we're stupid bad. Right? I talked to four women who was there the other day at Barca Grounds. We are supporting Rowley. Who you going to support? Kamala. For what? Kamala could ever. Kamala is not well. Kamala is not well. You can't support her for it. In 3 years' time, only God knows if Kamala will be here. And then what? And then what? Midway during her term, she gets, God forbid, a serious, heart attack or whatever. God forbid. What is going to happen then? All you go put who? It have nobody to put. Nobody. None. Rudal? Anil Roberts? Give me a break. Yeah, exactly. That is another reason not to support that party. Anil Roberts, Khadija Amin, what's his name again? This Rodney Charles. And I could go on and on and on and on and on. I know. Yeah, they go put Barry. Flag at Trinidad got change. Let's run the video, guys.
We had to lock up people without trial, whether they are communists, whether they are language chauvinists or religious extremists. If you don't do that, the country would be in ruins today. Whoever governs Singapore must have that iron in him or give it up. This is not a game of cards. This is your life and mine. I've spent a whole lifetime building this. And as long as I'm in charge, nobody's going to knock it down. That we wouldn't be here, we would not have made the economic progress if we had not intervened on very personal matters. Who your neighbor is, how you live, the noise you make, how you spit or where you spit, or what language you use. Had we not done that and done it effectively, we would not be here today. And even from my sick bed, even if you are going to lower me into the grave and I feel that something is going wrong, I'll get up.
You see, and that is leadership. That is leadership. I went to Singapore, and let me tell you something. We rode, I remember by Orchard Street there, not too far away. I took the subway. We went on the Ferris wheel. I believe Hasib was on a trip with me there. And we went on the Ferris wheel. And every single thing in that country, like it now come out packaging, like it brand new. The subway had not one marker with a dot on it. It had not one chewing gum. Because if they catch you, jail for your tail. But in Trinidad and Tobago, we have politicians who partner with contractors and thief and win. And they're laughing. There are no consequences because you know why? In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And all of us turn a blind eye to what is taking place. For example, that video that I post up with the man that was breaking the law. And I say, Mamu, you're driving like a cooker fat. He said, driving like your mother. And this is Trinidad. This is Trinidad. The first thing that come out of your mouth is your mother. Watch how much videos you just have cussing it. Because people only stink when it comes to garbage. They stink with their mouth too. Trinidadians just like to cuss. All of us have neighbors, and I'm sure we just hear cussing now and then. I lie? You must hear a little cussing. When I used to live in La Pai, that was a daily diet for me in the morning. I mean, I wasn't getting cussed, but boy, that woman could have cussed everything. Cuss wind too. So, we are the problem in this country. Why we are not improving. Why we are not getting better. Why the roads are bad and Rowley decide to spend money on something else and laugh at all, because we are the stupid ones. We are the ones who will never get up and make a difference. We are the one who will say, oh good, we paying $17 for a loaf of bread and minimum wage is $17.50. So you're working for 1 hour to buy a loaf of bread. Because you know what? We allow it. If you take a 5-pound bag of flour, how much loaves of bread could you get? With kiss, you could take that, toss it in the air, and that bread will glide with the wind. It's so light. It's like a kite. But we take it. We have no problems with that. You will go to the grocery and see Linda's cut one current roll in 6 pieces now, and the current roll is so thick, and pay $21 for that. But you're going to have a problem paying $8 or $9 for one current roll. But you're going and pay $21 for 1 and a piece. And all you're telling me we are stupid? All you're telling me we are not the problem? We are the problem. The reason why they keep doing things to us is because we are the problem. But again, in Trinidad, who are we going to rely on? Gary's coming up, and I see Gary's team is choosing some credible people, and I must commend him for that. But what happened is that, would it be enough to take these stupid people out of the morass that they're in and pull them out from the PNM? Because let me tell you something, not everybody who vote PNM is stupid, and not everybody who vote UNC is stupid. You have people who want better and who truly want better. But because some of them have race ingrained in their psyche, they don't want to change. So, all I could tell you is, folks, we could make change. Like I said, look at me. I fight in the state right now. I fight in the state. I fight in the TTPS. The TTPS is going to get 2 more pre-action protocol letters from me. And like I said, when I'm done with them, here what happened. I'm billing out half the hospital with the TTPS. Because the fact is that I am not going to be a bystander. I am not going to allow police to intimidate me, because I've said it before. If police feel that they come in to push me and do it illegally, but man, I'm going to push back harder. If all you really want to see the road to Ishmael, all you will see the road to Ishmael, because I don't allow people to take advantage of me. And the courts is where I will do my answering back. This is where I have to end it off. And again, I would like to thank all of you for tuning in. Built to last, remember, whole construction, $540 per square foot. You can check them out. And don't forget, this weekend, come down, bring your whole family. Bus Align at Baraka Grounds. Come and dine and relax. Chill out in your car. Open the tailgate and breeze. Go in the tray and sit down and relax. Bring your children with your bicycle and ride all over the place.
Restaurant week this week?
I don't know. Why? That don't bother me? No. Or you just go all over and eat. Pato summer restaurant week. That man like he belly boy. All right, so folks, catch you next week. Finals. Hey, you final about the thing for me?
Yeah. Jamaica make 226.
When?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, I was on batting 56 for 2, so look like Barbados on Jamaica for the finals.
How much Jamaica make?
226.
Never.
So my Brooks 106 not out.
What? Jamaica make 226. So that means,
For 4 wickets.
For 4 wickets?
Yeah, 20 overs.
Nah. But that is the highest score ever?
Yeah, Brooks made 109 not out.
And Guyana is what?
That was 56 for 3.
How many overs?
10 overs.
They ain't doing bad.
But 3 wickets down.
Yeah, 3 wickets down. But one is that all they have to do is strengthen up there. By the 10th over, you will know whether they're coming or going. By the 10th over, but I doubt it very much. No, but then again, cricket is a game you could never tell. And that was a combination you would never expect. Because, I mean, the players, any Trinidadians on those teams, the Jamaica and the Barbados, we have any Trinis? None? No. Okay. Well, I will tell you. Anyway, all the best. So I'm going to watch a little cricket tonight and see what's happening. God bless you. Be safe. And remember, do not forget, like I said before, right? Only be safe outside here and watch the mad people. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, when we say assalamu alaikum, I like to explain these things. It means peace be unto you. And when you say wa alaikum assalam, it just means and unto you be peace. So that is why Muslims always greet. Even if you don't like somebody here and he's a Muslim, you have to greet them with peace, you know. You understand? Otherwise, problems. So take care. God bless you. And I'll catch you next week for Breaking Barriers. All the best. Assalamu alaikum and good evening.